Well, good afternoon now. Late stream today because I was at a court date for speeding ticket. Um, so I had gone to visit my dad on his birthday, and we came back. And on the way back, Laura said she needed to get home quick, so I sped up a little faster than normal and went to 85 instead of 80. And a cop stopped me, and I told him I wasn't on commercial business, and he still issued me a ticket. So, went to court today and demanded a bill of particulars. That's about all I could accomplish today. They didn't they didn't allow my motion for a summary dismissal. So why would I think that I can just have them summarily dismiss a traffic ticket like that, a speeding ticket?
This is the storage area.
Well,
look at the food coming in.
In this state, at least, you get a speeding ticket and you get points on your license, and enough points on your license, and they suspend it. And the suspension of a driver's license when you've done nothing, you haven't harmed anyone, there's no crimes involved, is an abrogation of your constitutional right to travel. That is a constitutional right that the Supreme Court has affirmed year after year, time after time, every time it comes before it. And it doesn't matter if you're using a modern conveyance to travel, or a horse, or a bicycle, or walking. You have the right to travel. And no state can interfere with that, because the supremacy clause of the Constitution. So a right granted by the Constitution is granted to everyone in every state. Now, a lot of police operating under color of law think that if somebody doesn't have a license plate on their car, or doesn't have a driver's license with them, that they are then operating with a motor vehicle without a license, or driving without a license, or driving on a suspended license. These are all different terms that they have. And you look in the law, and it appears everybody who's behind the wheel of a car has to be is an operator, is the driver. Everybody controlling the vehicle is the driver. Well, that would be great if that was legal. But it's not. So actually, the only people who you can call a driver, according to this, to maintain accuracy with the Supreme Court rulings on the subject, are commercial drivers who are using public roads for private gain, and thus have a privilege, and so that privilege can be licensed. It's similar to how most courts no longer understand that a marriage is something every two people can do legally, and that the creation of a marriage license is only for those illegal marriages. And those illegal marriages would be the ones that were prevented by law, which were the old miscegenation laws. So a couple who wanted to marry, when one was black and the other white, needed a license, and nobody else needs a license. And now that that's stricken from the books by the EEOC, there's no reason for a marriage license anymore. Nobody should have bothered with a marriage license. The gays should have just gotten married, published it in the newspaper, and said, "Gone. Go away, you stupid statist," and been done with it. But, of course, because they're leftists, They are also statists, and the more things they can do to intrude the state on your life, the happier they are. So, what did I end up with? She tried to summarily enter a not guilty plea, and I said, I can't even plead to this. I don't have a bill of particulars. I'd like to demand a bill of particulars from the prosecutor. And she said, you'll have to do that in writing. So I said, all right, I'll file it today. Then I'll be able to do a plea on the next court date if they can get it to me in time. And they said, we'll just set it for trial that date too. And okay, fine. You're welcome to try it, to set it for whatever you like. So that's where it stands now, and I advise you to play these games with trepidation and fear, because the judge will often not pay attention to the law. Also, before you go into any courtroom, make sure you have checked that the judge's oath is on record. If it is not on record, ascertain that, or ascertain that the oath is not in proper form, and disqualify the judge. Tell the bailiff that the judge is not authorized. Show the state constitution or whatever it is, whatever law that describes the oath, and the fact that the lack of an oath, and that's in compliance with that, and ask the bailiff to remove the judge. Take charge when you can do it, and you have the law on your side. Better is to completely avoid every law court that you ever can, but sometimes you get a road pirate who won't listen to reason, or you get a situation where an extortionist is intruding himself into your life. And take command of those situations. Peace and joy, and thank you for listening to my daily rant.